Chapter 4 Mission Impossible. The sign on the imposing galvanized wire security fence read, ACME Industrial Complex. Please keep out. The complex had been shut down around 4 years earlier after a serious accident had raised more questions over health and safety practices than the ACME Corporation had been willing to answer, or even acknowledge. Delhi's first mission had given them the impression that this was the first of many remote or disused industrial sites that were being snapped up for peanuts. Why on earth anyone would want to buy these industrial relics and death traps amazed both Graham and Bouncer. Perhaps the evening's activities would allow them to understand further the workings of Sepulchre. Dum-dum-da-da-dum-dum, hummed Bouncer as he and Graham scaled a wall that overlooked one such dark warehouse. Shush, Bouncer! You'll give us away, whispered Graham. I love that theme tune though, Graham. I feel a lot like Tom Cruise right now, actually, replied Bouncer. Bouncer! Shushed Graham. Okay, sorry, said Bouncer, miming zipping his lip. The boys quickly got over the wall and moved closer to the warehouse. Are you sure Delhi meant this warehouse, Graham? Asked Bouncer. Yes, I'm positive, Bouncer. Delhi gave us the exact GPS coordinates, and besides, he said, looking around the location, which was bare of any other buildings other than this one. Where else could it be? I suppose so, Graham, but it does feel just a little bit dangerous, creeping around in the dark. You know our mission is simply to get some intelligence on this Sebastian chap. Delhi was convinced he'd be here. Yes, I know, but why at night? Pleaded Bouncer. I guess it's a bad guy thing, replied Graham. What do you mean? Questioned Bouncer. Working at night, hiding in the shadows. It's a bad guy thing, as opposed to working in the day like everyone else. Yes, but why? Bouncer was struggling to follow Graham's plot. Well, they obviously have something to hide, so they do it under the cover of darkness, so no one can see them do it, replied Graham, sounding a little exasperated and wishing he hadn't started his metaphor. Oh, I see, agreed Bouncer. That makes sense. Graham rolled his eyes. As the boys struggled to get to grips with the concept of quiet, covert, and sneaking, they almost accidentally closed in on the warehouse. Before they had realized, they had arrived at the foot of a ladder that led to the rooftop. A wide expanse of sheet steel covering the large warehouse below, regularly pockmarked with roof lights. It was these they could use to spy on the meeting below. You first, then, Bouncer, whispered Graham, gently easing Bouncer up the ladder. Okay, don't shove me, Graham. Are you okay, Bouncer? Asked Graham. Yes, I am, but I am taking a little longer to get used to the finer qualities of the human movements we are having to make, replied Bouncer. Yes, me too. Would you like me to go first? Offered Graham. Yes, I would actually, admitted Bouncer. He was visibly relieved. Okay, step down and follow me. Graham confidently stepped up the ladder and crested the roof line. He gave Bouncer a hand, and together they crept across the roof to a roof light that they hoped would be near enough to the meeting below to overhear what was about to be discussed. It's perfect. Well done on finding such a suitable site, Sebastian thanking a real estate agent for his hard work. I'll set up the transfer as soon as you give me the bank details. Of course, Mr. Sollers. I'll get my PA to send you them tomorrow morning. Would you mind telling what you plan to do with the site? Asked the agent. Yes, I would, as I'd then have to kill you, replied Sebastian with a crooked smile. Kill him, stuttered Bouncer. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be witness to a murder. Let's go, Graham, while we can. Stand fast, Bouncer, ordered Graham. Keep listening. Oh, replied the agent, shifting his gaze to the floor. I'm joking, chortled Sebastian, walking over to the agent and putting an arm around his shoulder and shaking him firmly as they walked off to the car. Of course, replied the agent, clearly both shaken and relieved. I'll drop you off in town? Asked Sebastian. Yes, thank you, that would be great. The agent was relaxing by the second the nearer he got to getting home. Bouncer, get the drone ready. We'll let it follow Sebastian to find out where he is staying so we can stake it out too. Right, Graham. Bouncer worked quickly to unpack and commission the drone and a minute later reported to Graham it was ready. Excellent, and just in time, they are about to drive off. Observe Graham. Paint the target with the laser and wait till you get the locked confirmation. Aye, Graham, replied Bouncer as he raised the laser designator and aimed it at the rear of the limousine below. Beep, the designator confirmed the lock, shortly followed by the drone as it took off and held station 150 meters above and 200 meters behind the limousine as it drove away. Great work, Bouncer, congratulated Graham. We just have to wait and see now.